Hi everyone, welcome to the SCD triage meeting. So today, if anybody has no other topic, we'll just maybe curate some issues for the Contrib Fest. Sounds good.
I think in the last community meeting, we had also many new contributors or people that wanted to start contributing.
Yes,
Um,
there's like 3.
and I don't know, I know that Mohanad is not new, but I don't know about Rinish and Shara. Sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Or maybe they're just listening.
I'm not exactly new to HCD,
Okay.
but yeah. So we use HCD at work. So
Nope, not
don't
new
need
yet.
to contribute.
Yeah. So are you interested in some like new issues you can work on?
I'll be like picking some performance related issues in the coming days. So we are also working on some performance validation suite at work. So we try to contribute it upstream.
All right, that would be great. All right, so here I have a list of issues suggested by Gemini. Maybe we can go through those first.
Okay.
Okay, and these are potential issues to tag with ContribFest?
Or the first issues. Should we?
Well, those are two different and diametrically opposed things. So yes. Because if we tag it with ContribFest, we're saying don't work on this until the ContribFest. If we tag it
so
with the first issue, then it's work on this now.
The question is, do we need to stick with a particular theme for Contrib Fest, or could be just a bunch of entry-level issues?
So I think it's also maybe like how soon we want to have. So if something is a good first issue, but at the same time we wanted to have it soon, then Contrifest is not a good. It's a good label because we know that that's gonna be closed in November. But I think so. Again, I think this is a great exercise. Maybe if like every so often we do something like exactly this, and try to identify like which one is a good first issue and which one it's like something that we can just live without it until November, and maybe start tagging them, labeling them.
So as for the common testing framework, there's actually this like parent issue that includes a lot of testing framework categories. I've sent it inside here. So this has already been added before by a previous contributor, and he's actually made some like Google Doc sheet for it. So I think it would be a pretty good good first issue. I've sent the chat here. I've sent it inside the chat.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a single issue.
Yeah. I mean the one that says migrate to common testing framework is like some family of issues, more like not like just one.
Yeah. So in this unifying testing framework, there are a lot of there's only one sub issue left. Some of them are
Actually, there is a lot more because like I'm not really sure where exactly, but there was a comment that had like a lot of issues that haven't been picked up yet. Even though like the sub issues here seem to be solved, but there are like more than half of them are not marked with like ready yet, if I remember correctly.
Okay. These are closed. A little wider. Okay, there's no activity.
I mean, we have to check that they're still valid because.
I mean, actually, they're actually like basically refactoring ish. Like they're all basically saying, hey, we have this new framework. We just need to make sure that this test cannot be part of this new framework or not. So I remember like checking a few tests of these. It's basically like checking other tests and saying, does this belong here or not? That's the pattern that I remember from here. I might be wrong, I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's like this is one example that we don't need to do anything, and then just have to go through the test and see any change needs to be done. Yeah.
Yeah, there was also a document that the previous contributor has done. It's actually a very nice document. You can check it in like the latest comment, I think. Yeah,
this one.
It's basically like explaining what kind of issues does this belong to and so on.
Mm-hmm. So should we label this whole thing as a good first issue, or just save it for the contrib fast? Like it actually might be good. I mean, this is not urgent.
Wasn't the idea to port some particular tests, and then I think there was some that are not portable. So if you do it first issue, some people might just like will be too much scope. Like if I remember, some tests are not portable into the new unified framework.
Mm.
So I don't know. I mean, if this is the first issue, that might be like a lot to like look at all this history. You know, if we just have one test to port, that would be good.
I mean, if we actually have a whole bunch of tests to port, and we're looking at this as a contribfest possibility, then one possibility would be to break out different tests or groups of tests, which would be nice because that would allow us to distribute the work among several participants.
If I remember correctly, I mean, it's been a while since I looked at this, but the low-hanging fruits have been picked, sort of. So, but maybe it's just you have to, if you just split by since it haven't been ported, then there's a chance that the result will be this cannot be ported. So people might get like discouraged a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's like at the contrib fest we will have guidance. So
yeah, that does suggest that we need to look through it first, though.
Yeah.
And take the ones off the list that just are not going to be resolvable. Or maybe we'll find out that everything's been ported that was going to be straightforward to port. Although honestly, it doesn't need to be straightforward. It just needs to be possible.
If they're not, like, if they cannot be ported, there should be something else done to it. Otherwise, we'll have a fragmented frameworks. Yeah, so I think we can just tag this as a contrib fast, and then before the contrib fast, we'll dedicate some time to go through it and figure it out. Does that sound all right?
Yep.
Okay. The second one is about linter rules. Ivan, you created this one. Is it done, or does still work to be
done? No. No, it's not done.
But is it somebody already working on that?
So a bunch of people have attempted to work on this, but it's massive, the changes that we need to do. So we've been merging some of those pull requests.
These massive ones only make sense for a contrib fest if we can break them up into individual tasks that can be PR'd separately.
Yeah, so it will need the idea was maybe to do one per package, but then we found out that even like sometimes one per package. For example, in tests, we were gonna do many of those. Yeah, but then the scope was like it started to become too wide. So yeah, we can do a little bit of grooming of this task and then have it for Contrib Fest. It's not urgent.
Yeah.
Next task is reduce the time in E2E test. I don't know, this is probably not a new contributor thing.
No, yeah, and I will say that it's also not Contrib Fest friendly.
There might be a chance that some of these are just like there are wait times, like sleep times specified in the test for synths to become. So maybe some of these just need to be adjusted, like they're lower the sleeps.
I don't think it was just sleeps.
Okay.
I think Marek's idea was to maybe run a subset of the tests, and then I think Marek and maybe someone else were going back and forth in which tests are the good ones to narrow it down. Because yeah, I don't think it's just an exercise of reviewing every single slip that we have.
Got it. Okay.
The thing is that the end-to-end tests are too extensive. So it was like maybe for a pre-submit, we just need a subset. But what is a good subset? So yeah, I think the conversation was like that. Maybe so it's not clear exactly what we need to do in bottom line.
Next couple are about robustness test. Your hand was funny. Already being worked on. It seems to be being worked on. Find and classify all the exit codes returned by SE. So this is about documentation and already done. It looks like somebody's looking at this one as well. Next one is a bug that from this purple idea.
Which number is this?
The 19678.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy.
Okay.
This is not a priority or no.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to look at it because Purple Idea has an unusual use case for etcd, and so sometimes he reports things as bugs that literally nobody else cares about.
Right.
But sometimes he reports things as bugs that are genuinely bugs. So looks like we haven't actually closed this one. Oh. So I don't know that I agree this is a bug, and I don't know that because
if we want to fix it, it's a breaking change.
Yeah.
And nobody else seems to care about it.
Well, this is just, yeah, I mean, there's one of these things where, like, if we were designing etcd for the first time, he would have a strong argument as to what the behavior should be, but at this point we would be breaking backwards compatibility.
Right.
And people are used to how it works now, and how it works now is consistent. I would not throw this at a new contributor. Let me back this out for our discussion, right?
Mm-hmm.
As in whether or not we might revive this as an idea, it definitely is not a thing a new contributor can tackle, because the first argument is getting to consensus on what the behavior should be before you write any code at all. Okay. Oh yeah. So Benjamin actually is a suggestion for
implementation. Yeah.
Yeah, for an implementation. Okay. Problem is that we don't have consensus on that. Like, Benjamin suggested this, but like nobody even not even Purple Idea said, yes, this feels like the solution to me. So and Marek and nobody else. So we would first have to have consensus that we would be willing to entertain Benjamin's solution as a feature, which seems okay to me, right? It doesn't break backwards compatibility. Also, the other thing this leads to is I don't think anybody ever filed a documentation bug. So where would that be?
Yeah.
There we are. So where it would go in the documentation is another question entirely. Because Benjamin there is pointing at our API reference docs, but we don't actually, detail the results of operations in the API reference docs. So, like, it's not even clear where that would go in there. So Anyway. So if we wanted to have that right, like if we had general consensus that if somebody wrote that feature and did it well, we would accept it, then it can be a ContribFest item for somebody who's coming in with more skills. But first we need that consensus.
Mm-hmm.
So the
All right. I don't think so. We'll drop this one for ContribFest. Next one is about
yeah, unless we get back to it.
Yeah. The next one is like a request for adding client IP information in the log. Currently, we have. This seems reasonable, but could just be a good first issue. I think in API server we do log the source IP.
Do we log it?
I've seen it in the API server logs.
I guess the only caveats, I think we have a way of scrubbing personal information from the logs, so when they share the logs, it removes some fields. So maybe this will be, if we implement this, I guess it's not just changing maybe the log line, but also I forgot what tool we have that does that scrubbing. Should maybe consider removing a client IP address. But if you say that we already have it in the source IP address in this etcd server.
I need to confirm.
Okay,
I've
because
seen it in API server.
Yeah, I'm confused if we already have it.
No, not in SCD. I mean.
Okay,
in
API server. Okay, got it.
Anyway, I don't think this is something for the ContribFest. It's could be a good first issue if it's want to do that.
So yeah, maybe there the debate is we have so that it's the etcd dump logs. It's inside tools. So if we add that field, maybe yeah, the discussion will be should we scrub the client IP addresses? I guess maybe.
Can you comment on the issue?
Okay.
Okay. We're already at time. Like there's only, I think one last one is the reorganized bash scripts.
Yeah, we also had some help. But there's one of those that it's a lot of tasks that we need to do.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Could be country fest, yes.
Yeah, particularly if we could break this up into more than one task.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So yeah, okay.
Cool. All right, I think that's all. The other two are not really like the first issues, I think. All right, okay. That's it for today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.